floor.
Liberty cough it up. Here comes Sue Bird. Bird, the shovel to Stewart. The hesitation, drive, and finish for the 2018 season with Sue Bird missing the year. Nice look underneath. Clark finds Stewart for the bucket and the foul. Baseline jumper is short, and the rebound taken by Stewart. Stewart, good footwork underneath to finish with the left hand. 2 of 6 from the floor, still awaiting her first assist. Is that poke from behind by Stewart? She receives from Clark and lays it in. Here is Sue Bird finding Stewart. Her 3 is good with a hand in her face, able to connect.
That game, can't wait.
Bird connects on a 3. Boyd thought about it, now we'll give it up. Here is Bird. Her straight on 3 is good. 4 of 15 shooting. Here is Stewart. Rimming in a 3. Breanna
closing in on that mark by Rebecca Brunson. What a coaching staff that Cheryl Reeve has put together. We'll talk about that a little bit later on, but very impressive. Stewie slides in, gets a great. Russell sees the double, gives it off to Bird. They switch, Fowles picks her up, but then they find the open player. It's everybody to stop.
But Minnesota is doing a great job of flooding the paint. But when you set.
Now they had 14 turnovers in game number 1. Now they're on the move with a chance to tie the game up. Rejected. Breanna Stewart with a rejection.
She's got such impact and timing. At that time, recovering from her Achilles injury.
Little hesitation. Bird left open for 3. That's her second. Now that is number 6. Trying to force the pass inside. Stewie kept it alive. And now Seattle with 1:20 to play. Nice pass. How about that?
To protect from when they blow the whistle from excreting anything into the air, so taking whatever precautions that they possibly could. I love it. They will do whatever you can to get women's.
Inside, Clark has to kick it right back out. Stewart will watch the 3 is still carrying.
Quarter.
Everybody that has played for Seattle, Morgan Buck is guarded Stewie.
And Ron, after seeing all the teams play now, Seattle looked
for 31.9 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 fixed assists. They're on that pace tonight. Deep in the corner. Fowles that made that.
Yeah, Sylvia Fowles. She got a couple more rebounds to add to her status of top rebounder in the WNBA.
Oh. In 3, Sammy, 4th-year player. She's one of the players you always enjoy talking to before a game, and I think all of us miss being able to do that. Sammy again can't get it.
All represent ourselves. So I mean, at the end of the day, we're all still professional athletes, but we knew, like, with people missing.
There's shots to drop, putting different players in the lineup right now, but these are shots that we've seen finally one to drop, but that they had been.
A glass, able to keep it alive for Seattle. Clark connects on the 3. Denial from Stewart.
A bonus if you can get 2 for 2 from the perimeter from Essence Carson.
The drive, missed the bunny. Stewart the rebound. Stewart squeezes it to Howard, who juggled it, but able to put it. I think so. She is locked in the wobble with Sue.
Into the start of the season, talked about the importance of, trying to limit your starters. Nice take by Breanna Stewart.
Stewart jumper short. She follows it up, can't finish. The 3rd time is the charm for Breanna.
24-year-old out of UCLA in her 3rd year. Stewart. First shot of the ball game, nothing but the bottom of the net. 0 for 3 shooting here in the early going. Stewart sees a little bit of an opening in the corner for 3.
They're switching all their ball screen action. Let's see if Seattle can get in a set to take advantage of it.
Players were telling us yesterday, Alicia Clark and Tammy Whitcomb, they said, we're so used to our fans pumping us up, but everybody trying to find the right combination early on in this season. what rotations work, what don't. That's a tough cover for Sykes.
Doing a nice job of disrupting.
That's how you get it going. Stewart turns away from the double. Los Angeles has never led in this game. Seattle's led by as many as 13. Unselfish play to Stewart. Why? Clark, they're giving her a lot of space. Parker was on her. Stewart over Sykes, rips the net. They wanted to make a statement early in this game. Stewart lets it go for 3. Stewart sees a little bit of an opening. Parker closes quickly. Pull up jump. My favorite's Ariel Atkins. She's got to go with the Texas kind of song. Her a little bit farther out. Parker with the left hand. Stewart got a piece of it.
Echo Gumake.
And Agumake, normally a reliable free throw shooter, he can't get it to go down. That's only the second miss by LA, and Clark just being hounded now.
Oh, nice.
It gets way behind them. They average just under 9 a game. Stewart, tough ball away, right hand over Parker. Agumake. They come over to help her out. Stewie tipped it.
Bonner spots up, a little bit too strong, and Stewie comes away with it. And Stewart coming back from that Achilles injury, missed all of last season. Natasha Howard.
Connecticut in different spots on the floor.
Anna Jones already with 6 points. Stewie sticks.
Being patient as things develop, and they'll get much better when they get Breanna January on the court. Last season, which was a record at the forward spot.
Leading scorer in the league, the only player averaging at least 20 points a game. I think Stewie already has 8 rebounds.
Wow. Just never stops working.
And can't finish, though, on that basket. On the other end, rebounds in 8 minutes of action. And really breaking through this season. Stewie has a chance now.
She has not been hesitant at all.
Russell kicks it out to Jasmine Thomas. Shot clock winding down. Thomas blocked by Stewart. Stewart just turns, shoots, and scores.
Speed in the open court.
And now she does have a double-double, 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Back into the rotation and feeling healthy, but she has had some really good moments tonight. Last couple of possessions, he has been on his team about their defense.
Probably driving himself crazy. So taking advantage of some of the isolation there and getting closer with faces. Gets a lot of texts and messages from other coaches encouraging him to keep. Seattle, very good defensive team. Jewel Lloyd.
Of IQ. Jewel Lloyd keeps it alive for Seattle. How about Stewart from 3? That'll rim in. Do they know it's the first game of a doubleheader for us? When his short lands in the lap of Clark. Nice down court feed. Canada to Stewart for the left. The jumper for Laney. A little too short. Stewart the board. Stewart using the Howard screen to finish with the left hand. Heels and blocks thus far, and she looking like an even better player, to your point, LaChina.
Yeah, showing us more of her perimeter ability. She's a matchup.
That ruffled a few feathers in the league, but Sue's calling it like she sees it, and she's been pretty correct so far.
For $1 million. That's a lot.
Looking for help, finds it in Lloyd. Stewart alone, short.
Not counting on it.
Dealing with a hamstring issue. 9 for the rebound. Stewart. Clark's jumper is good.
Have a deep season into the playoffs.
Atlanta had its first lead since 15-14. Seattle has taken it back. Free. Stewart's 3. Truth. Breanna Stewart with her fingerprints all over this game. Line. Here is Stewart Around Canada's screen, Breanna Stewart with the touch.
Over 2 defenders.
Yep, 3 out of 5 from the floor. Stewart, nice. Game as well was effective on both ends of the floor and active, but Breanna Stewart takes it right at her. Looking for the foul, too. Really good activity defensively for Natasha Howard the last couple of possessions. Alicia Clark. Specifically speaking to Jordan Canada, who was the one who took that shot over Brittany Griner. Sammy Whitcomb he takes a little break on the sideline. It's Stewie. Satori Walker, Kimbo got her
In the face. When we get a dead ball, we're going to show you the rebound. But I think Breanna Stewart is getting in on the app tap.
So we'll have to add her to the total. Oh, here she comes. 3 Storm players in double figures.
That up and help Seattle come up with a steal. Lloyd straight on from 3. Running.
Not at all, but when you don't have Jordan Canada to press up and stop the flow, beautiful pass there by Stewart.
Stewart flashes at the block, turns, and hits right on cue.
With the ball when Breanna Stewart has it, and she draws attention, and here gets a steal.
3-on-1 developing. Clark average more than 8 assists per game as Stewart lays it in transition. The only,
You know, we're kind of losing that time where you see the pass first point guard, right?
Yeah.
Triple-double. Candace Parker will have some say on that MVP as well. She has been playing fantastic.
Whitcomb's 3 is good. Tuck finds the cutter and Whitcomb. The lead for Stewart for 2. Chicago. Stewart the cut and the finish on the delivery from Clark. Vandersloot sets up Parker, the deep catch, the circle, and Stewart.
Everyone else around her has got to stay active.
Where her natural point of release would have been. That would be my counter to it, LaChina.
I'm gonna say no.
Stewart on the move. The leaner is good.
That is a trade-off.
I love that. Stewart from 3, it's good. Breanna Stewart looking for help. Much better D on her in this third than in that first half. Stewart's 3 is good. Legs it down. Stewart eyes up, finds Whitcomb. You bet. Canada using the Stewart screen. Hits her on the roll. Breanna.
Right there.
Boom. McLemore with 13 points off the bench, the 20-year-old rookie. Howard the rejection.
Was there, and Kurt was there, Nikki was there, Reagan Peebley, now the head coach of TCU was there. I've got a great picture of him from that year. For the outs.
Camp really didn't go through how they defend ball screens. You know, that's what open shots. She's creating shots. That little step back was nice.
She's got 12 of the 21 because of that bruised knee. Russell.
Breanna Stewart in Seattle as the offense coming off a 100-point performance. Bird rises and W's second leading scorer. That's another trap into Allery and is denied by Stewart. Here is Bird, second game back after missing 5 due to injury. Nice entry pass to Stewart.
And Seattle, they love to take these threes, right, Sean? So you start taking threes and they come hard off the irons. And not let Sue Bird and Breanna Stewart kind of go off here, and the ability for Julia Lloyd.
Lloyd's 3 won't go, but the rebound tracked down by Clark into Stewart. Just a 4-point Seattle lead. And Stewart team. Right back into the former MVP. Nice job inside and muscles her way to 2 more. And saved by Stewart to Bird. Right back to Stewart on the run. Pull up. Pure. Stewart, catch and shoot, and hits.
Make things happen both on the defensive side and the offensive side for her team.
Stewart draws the double, falling over. The rookie too strong on the lay-in. Stewart to Clark, The Australian. Kick out to Lloyd. Extra pass to Stewart.
Taken by Howard. Good movement from Seattle on the second chance here. And Bird finds the mid-range stroke.
This season a year ago, really offensive-minded, able to hit tough shots.
Breanna Stewart fading away.
To seal the victory against Chicago, but that's one area where you wonder if she's going to be able to improve. What a nice side. What a difference in her from the first 5 games.
Stewart buries the second attempt. Stewart connects on a throw. Down and get it. Here comes Holmes. Bria Holmes, the Euro step, and Stewart up.
When Breanna Stewart's on defense and constantly communicating with her teammates. Nice. The ball in transition.
Stewart hits the 3. Hitting the cutter, Stewart. Bird and Stewart back in for Seattle. Stewart draws 2. Passes out of it. Canada into the lane. Cups it in.
Give his starters one last charge.
Stewart riding her way for Breanna Stewart. Ma Premier gets denied by
Alicia Clark helps strip it free. Sue Bird off and running to Stewart. Her length and athleticism. Meanwhile, Jones has it blocked by Stewart. It's kept alive by Bird. Quickly the other way.
Look, you know, Sue Bird's head is on a swivel right now. She knows every
Court and just deal with this situation for another 4 weeks. Stewart connects.
the battery in the off day between games.
Not a lot of time, but Clark dumps it into Stewart. Average as she's done an incredible job scoring in the absence of Ionescu. And there's a score you never have. Third-year guard at UCLA finds Stewart. Drive inside.
Here, getting Indiana to play at their pace. They want to be able to play at their own pace.
Running the floor, Clark lays it in.
Her platform goes back to the 80s.
Now, Alamont slithers inside, leaves it for McCowan, and is blocked by Stewart. Be happy about what her team is putting up as far as this first half effort goes. After the foul on Doyle, Stewart hits again. Finally on the scoreboard. Stewart, catch and shoot. That's fuel.
That one.
One of the best offensive rebounders in the league. The other way, Jewel Lloyd. After the foul on Mitchell, Seattle goes inside to Stewart and hits the fadeaway. Another chance. Out to Lloyd, drive inside. Final 3 minutes in the fourth. Machanwa cuts and is denied by Stewart. Buckets by Indiana in the final minutes. Stewart inside.
It turned and now missed 2.
You see Asia Wilson draws the defensive assignment on Breanna Stewart. That's something to keep an eye on this game. And still
Been a real bright spot for Bill Laimbeer in Vegas this season, starting at the point. As Stewart silky smooth from Stewart, deep catch, draws 2.
Get on the offensive glass.
6 points, 7 rebounds for Wilson as Stewart somehow able to finish racing that, and he's seen so much growth from Asia in that regard as Stewart.
Oh, in turnovers a game. How many players in their 11th year coming off injury are the most efficient that they've ever been?
Nice that. Efficient,
that's efficient
usage,
too.
Yeah. And still communicating with their teammates, keeping them locked in. Here's Stewart. Triple team. Stewart still wins the tip. Here comes Stewart. Seattle needs buckets, and they need them quickly. Clark spins and hooks it in with the left.
Smart by Vegas. You want to use as much clock here as you can.
Robinson gets blocked by Stewart, and it left ball.
And Breanna Stewart has a 7-1 wings.
Here is Stewart. Stewart Fading away, able to hit. It's on. Canada through the lane, finds Stewart, a three. It is good. Trigger in, gets it to Stewart. Wickham, her three is good.
Stewart guarded by Dupree again on this trip, and she just turns and Kennedy Burke finds that one go off the rim. Now Seattle in stride. Nice catch in 10 minutes of work. Stewart can bring it up all by herself. 3-on-1. Clark, easy finish.
That's something you always have.
Seattle leads the league in steals. They get another one, this time from Stewie. And another, it almost looked like an instant replay of the previous. Gets it quickly up court to Whitcomb. And Breanna Stewart running the court like a 4-year-old. Rebounds and second chance opportunities. Stewart was able to fight off Alicia.
And just another possession for Indiana. Only one player touches the ball. Really didn't get a quality look, and off on the to work to get open.
And the offensive glass has just been shut down by Seattle. Breanna Stewart is so athletic. Just under 9 seconds left to go. McGregor back in the game. Stewart's always a good option. Oh my gosh, it
well executed.
And went in. Been holding her a little bit. Forced another turnover. And Stewart lead down to 12. Seattle is led by as many as 16. Oh, Breanna Stewart. Tiffany Prince is in for Seattle, and Crystal Langhorne in for the first time.
Greats, and he could see greatness in her, and it's kind of cool for him to be coaching against his high school player tonight in the W.
This continues to grow, hearing stories or how valuable it was. Continues to grow, hearing stories like that. So not just as a basketball player, but in all.
For Seattle, here's Canada. The Storm again playing without Sue Bird. Dealing with a bone bruise in her knee as Stewart gets loose for two.
Breath before she started pushing it down the floor.
Nice find. Stewart to Clark with the beautiful Vandersloot, third on that list, as Stewart, who is second on that list, to Alicia. Good look, Stewart to Clark for the finish.
Yeah, understood that their platform is playing in these games. Nice cut by Breanna Stewart and feed by
Canada lobs. Stewart flags it down, fades, and hits. Breanna Stewart. No, that's not how they drew it up.
What's the pace of the game?
20-point Seattle lead. Great look from Canada to a cutting Stewart.
Rehab from that, you're referencing that she did in March of last year. But
Sue Bird back for the first time in 5 games. Breanna Clark directing traffic. Lloyd right by Atkins. 2 more. He has it again. Back to Sue Bird. Struggling to shoot tonight. 1 of 10.
I mentioned the 10 rebounds. She's got a couple of assists.
Bird inside. Stewart backing down and banks it in.
Sue Bird, she looks to push it up the floor. There must be something with us in the 10 o'clock games and the three-pointers opening up. Last night we had Diana. You know, and the nice thing, or the crazy thing, Simone Augustus, Seattle trying to find the handle on the putback, or try to get to an open space to find the ball right now. Solid defense by the Sparks.
For LA.
Yeah. Put her nose down on that one too.
Clark on the spin. Couldn't hit it. Back out to Bird. Pull up is good.
And still putting together a good line. You know, the buckets in it may not be falling, but she's contributing anyway.
Foul on Chelsea Gray.
And coming up with a key bucket. Now 2 players in double figures for LA.
Lloyd was
into Clark as she's trying to walk it off.
backdoor pass to Lloyd, and she lays it in. Stewart down the lane and gives Seattle the lead. Prince crosses inside and back to Stewart. First quarter. Stewart on the catch, pulls up and hits. Stewart works out of the double team and finds Clark. For three, takes it away. Extra pass inside to Stewart, and Seattle takes the lead. Stewart one-on-one, working inside.
For her son Jaden for the first time, as her son and mom cleared quarantine. They are in attendance tonight, so I think Odyssey's got a little something.
10.
I know.
10.
Unbelievable. And she was the scorer at Iowa State. Pretty good assist, too. Behind her back, into the hands of Bird. This is when they're dangerous. Up ahead, Lloyd to Stewart. Turnover, and Clark will have it, leading by 5. Stewart, beautiful pass inside.
Down percentage.
Here comes Howard, 1 to beat. Stewart, back to Howard. Jump stop.
The Lynx to get them going.
Last 5 games, Dangerfield has averaged almost 19 a contest. Stewart backs.
That one may be a good sign for the Minnesota Lynx.
Crystal Dangerfield, 15 straight games, double figures, but there's Jewel Lloyd with 9 in the ball game now. Stewart, she'll launch it. Stewart! Bird's going to get a little bit of a breather. Has played 22 minutes already. Seattle #1 in the WNBA, and nickname at Duke was Big Shot Brown.
And size of Sabali, who's looking like a potential Rookie of the Year candidate.
Everybody else has a half a responsibility on her. Same with Stewart.
Lloyd too strong. Howard the offensive board. Clark slipped underneath. Gumbawale couldn't save it. And Stewart banks it.
We need more players like that, and we have a lot of them in the WNBA. If you're playing college basketball, you're...
Bird beats Stewart.
And she's left-handed. Let me remind you that she just made 2 plays with her offhand.
Swung into the corner for Lloyd. It's a player of the year last year in Howard. Gray cutting, but blocked. Biggest lead of the night. Bird finds a backdoor, Breanna Stewart. And it's a 7-point lead. And how about Skylar Diggins-Smith from 45 feet at the end of regulation to send the Mercury into overtime and eventually frustrated following the latest miss.
Run some floppy action here. Oh, nice.
Touch pass to
stop on a double team on Stewart. Katie Lou Samuelson got the break going. Wow.
Now it's Lloyd's turn as she feeds Stewart. Running the point guard spot is Gumbawale.